is no next move.
And there is no we.
What is that? We're not here to eat. Are those pork?
No, the shrimp. Oh, this guy's got pork.
God, you're weird.
Definitely Danny sees a kind of almost older brother type figure in Daredevil when he meets him.
The nice things for DD is, I think, in the story he's slightly a little older, and is probably more used to city life than Danny Rand has been.
Especially as a superhero, like he's
right, and he's been, you know, Daredevil has been on the front page of newspapers at this point. There's a fame attached to him, but when he meets Danny. You know, that he has. I think he embodies that sense of kind of, as Finn said, older brotherness, but at the same time he recognizes, you know, when he sees him fight for the first time. I think Matt is incredibly impressed and overwhelmed, and Danny fights in a way that Matt cannot and has not been taught and learned in that way. He has a style and a technique that is unlike his own, but also very accomplished, and that. I think that there's a mutual respect there, which is a nice dynamic, you know. It's a respect that I don't get from my older brother.
The only thing keeping Manhattan from crumbling to a pile of dust is the four of you.
It's great to kind of share the load with the other actors, and also from a character standpoint, it's really wonderful to kind of have these other characters come in and question elements about our own characters and, you know, find out new things about our characters. You know, it's been awesome.
You know, in Daredevil, Matt is different from everyone. Everyone, even the people, even his friends and the people that he loves, he is different. He's the outsider. And what I love about these Marvel Netflix shows is that we're not spending so much time celebrating the coolness of being a superhero. We also think and talk about the loneliness and the shame of feeling like you're out of place, feeling like you're a weirdo or a freak, you know, and because these, you know, they don't know people like them. With the Defenders, we finally get to meet, you know, people who have these, you know, these abilities, but also these demons, you know, and that for me brings a very interesting dynamic.
It all ties up. It's all in the same world, so there will definitely be consequences from the Defenders.
You'll have to wait and see how the show ends in order to see how it will affect people going.
I can see you've formed a kind of bond. I promise you it's temporary.
I think there's an appetite for it. You know, I think people really, really like it, and you know, it appeals to a part of us, maybe a childlike part of us that, you know, that might, you know, I have a nephew who's Freddie, who's 3.5 years old, and he is obsessed with superheroes. He knows all the names and the character names and the superhero names. He's got all the toys, and he can't get enough of it. And what we've learned about, you know, Marvel fans in particular, is that joy that it brings you, that intrigue, doesn't die when you get older. Maybe you spend less time talking about superheroes because otherwise you wouldn't meet girls or boys, you know what I mean? You still have to be adults. But, you know, you don't grow out of it. You know, it's something that is always fascinating, and I think it's human nature to kind of, to identify with that part of you that is
the hero.
super.
I'm not hugging you.